Wolverine is a classic footwear brand that's been making everything from dress shoes to work boots for years. But what are their more Western style boots like? I have the Wolverine Boulevard pull-on boots, which is like a roper, and we're gonna be doing an extended test today to see what these boots are like. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel today. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I am so drawn to this Wolverine boot, not only because it's a little bit out of kind of what they usually do, but also because it is extremely reasonably priced at only $139 at the time of this video. So I'm excited to break down the details of this boot and wear it for a while in an extended test in this video. But you guys know where we gotta start. We gotta break down the details of this boot with the rundown. This is Wolverine's pull-on boot, which is a roper from their Boulevard line, just BLVD, and it is full grain leather on the foot, counter, and the shaft. This is their brown color. They also have a black and a tan color. It features a round roper toe, and in classic roper style, it comes in at 10 inches tall. Speaking of that classic roper style, it also features a shorter heel at 1 1/4 inches, and that is stacked leather, it appears. Now there are several reasons why this boot would be priced so low, and I can feel one of the reasons right now. It has a plastic heel counter, which isn't ideal. As an outsole, we got a rubber outsole, which features a nice mini lug for grip. This also has a Goodyear welt, so this boot can be resoled once you run through this outsole, which is a great value. On the inside, we have a sheepskin lining. We don't usually see sheepskin linings, but it is really soft. I kind of like it. It's also a hung lining, which means that they've put the lining in there to help cover up the seam that would usually occur along the side of this boot. So you're not gonna get as much rubbing against your ankles. For an insole, we have a removable foam insole, and it feels like memory foam, but it also has this nice pad at the arch. This is unlike any other insole that I've seen on this channel before. It has a leather top here. Underneath the insole, you can see more of that cost savings and understand why this boot is priced where it is. It does have a fiberboard footbed. The best footbed to have is always going to be leather. And the problem with a fiberboard footbed is that if you get this boot really wet, it will put that fiberboard in a compromising position, which may lead to you not being able to resole this boot in the future. This Wolverine Boulevard roper is made in Leon, Mexico, the boot-making capital of the world, the same city that makes Tacovas and Fries, and it's coming in, like I said, at $139.99 at Wolverine.com. Now it's time to try on this boot to see how it looks and feels. All right, I got on the Wolverine Boulevard ropers right now, and they went on pretty well. One of the things that I saw in the review section on Wolverine.com is that a lot of people were saying that these fit a little bit narrow, and I'd have to agree a little bit. They feel like an 11D, which is what I usually have to do for sizing. So it's kind of true for me. For me, maybe if you're coming from other lace-up Wolverine boots or shoes, then you might need to size up a half a size. But if you're coming from Cowboy boots, I think you might just be fine with going with the size that you usually go with. The insole is interesting, very different from others that I've tried. I'm definitely feeling that extra little pillow that they had separated in the insole at the arch, which feels nice right now. We'll have to see how it goes during the extended test and after wearing these for a while. It feels nice though right now. I'm definitely noticing a little bit more heel slip in this boot than what I feel in others the same size. That might be the socks, we'll have to see about that. But the heel counter definitely doesn't feel as good as some others because it is that plastic. So we'll have to see how it goes. All right, now it's time to wear these on an extended test over an extended period of time to see how they perform. I arrived at Chateau Dussault to help out with a little grape harvesting, and since I don't know anything about that, I'll let the owner explain.
My name is Levi Dussault. We're here at the Chateau Dussault Winery, and today was a harvest day, our first of the season. We did the Aurora grapes, which is our white. It's a semi-dry wine that we make here. Nice acidity, and we add a little sweetness to it as well. Early September, Labor Day weekend's our typical harvest on this one, so tomorrow being Labor Day, we're right on key, although this year they seem a little sweeter, which is nice. So it was an early year for our harvests. So it's exciting. We got a bunch of friends out here to help us harvest. Many hands make light work.
And Chateau Dussault is located in the heart of the New York wine growing region of the Finger Lakes.
We're in Lock, New York. We're up on Erin Hill Road. Our website is chateaudussault.com. Pretty straightforward. We got a Facebook page as well, and find us on other social media. You can see our events calendar. We do stuff like this. We have a Harvest Fest coming up at the end of the month too, so where we'll be doing this again with our red grapes, which are coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we'll be doing some Frontenac here coming in the near future. But we've gotten all of our whites harvested today, so it's a good day. Have half the vineyard done is a good start to the season.
As all the grapes from the harvest were combined and bins collected, it was time to start thinking about what the next steps were for the wine this would ultimately become.
And we're gonna crush and press up there right now, so we're gonna get the rest of it going. And so with the whites, we do all that in one day, and the reds we do half. We do the crush and then we ferment. So today is getting it all going.
I was so excited to help crush and press the grapes as well, and the process was pretty simple with the machinery. The grapes first went into the crusher and destemmer, where the juice and skins came out one side and the stems came out the other. The juice and the skin then goes into the press and begins to get separated, so only the juice remains. Once the crate was empty, it was time to go get an air compressor for one of the final steps. And it was only a quick ride down the hill. With the air compressor acquired, Levi poured in the last bit of skins and juice, then closed it up to prepare for the press. The air compressor was needed to inflate a large rubber tube inside the press, which squeezes out all the remaining juice. Then the juice is pumped into a large cylinder to get ready for fermenting. I was curious and had to taste the juice before it became wine, and it's not bad at all, way better than Welch's. With my work done and that fresh grape juice flavor still on the top of my mind, I headed inside to see what it would become. And I don't know if I have the right words for it, but I can definitely say that I tasted the magic of winemaking. Now it was time to celebrate the harvest with Benny T and his open mic posse, so you know I had to play the only wine song I had. Huge thanks to Levi Dussault and Benny T for helping organize that extended test. It was seriously an awesome experience. Now on to my final thoughts for this Wolverine Boulevard pull-on boot. Since I started recording this video, the price of this boot has dropped down to $119 on Wolverine.com. And as you can imagine, with a price like that, there will be compromises made in construction. And here are some of the compromises that I noticed during the extended test. The way that this heel is wearing gives me the impression that it is probably a bonded leather heel. and then stacked like so many other companies do to keep their prices low. And you can see by the way that this is wearing and how it's kind of getting a little fuzzy around the edges. I think this is most likely bonded leather. And then also the insole here definitely compresses really quickly, so it feels good right out of the gate, but after a few hours, that memory foam compresses and then it never quite gets back to the way that it was. So really, when you're on your feet all day, you're not getting very much support, especially from that little pillow at the arch area. I'd have to say that that's more of a gimmick than anything else. Maybe if they put something a little bit more supportive in there, it might make a difference. But for the most part, this removable insole pretty much does nothing at all after a few hours, which is kind of a shame because you're not getting much support from the fiberboard footbed either. And that will definitely decrease the life of this boot as well. The biggest issue that I have with this boot is the plastic heel counter. Every time I would try to take it off, it would indent like this. You can even hear it. Let me get it close to the mic. By this compressing and indenting every single day, it's only a matter of time before it cracks, and then you are pretty much SOL. You won't be able to repair these boots after that, and it will be awkward to wear. By far, the biggest issue that I have with these boots is this plastic heel counter. By far the weakest I've ever tried in a pair of boots. With all of that said, I think that these boots are properly priced at $119. I mean, you're gonna have issues with construction at price points that low, and they actually remind me a lot of Fry ropers that I have. Those Fry ropers definitely have some issues with construction as well. They're made a little bit better than these Wolverine Boulevard pull-on boots, but for the most part, I think that Fry boots are overpriced. This one has a proper price for the construction and the quality that you're getting. And I say that mainly because the leather was nice to wear. It was easy to break in. The sheepskin lining is really soft and supple. Again, very nice to wear. And the outsole is very nice. I had no problems with traction while working at the winery or on other adventures that I had in this boot. So overall, I think these Wolverine Boulevard pull-on boots would not make for a good work boot, and they would not make for a good motorcycle boot if you were looking for something to ride in. I think if you were looking for a casual roper, the Wolverine Boulevard kind of fits that need, but I would not trust this boot for anything more than casual use. I want to know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Some things are like fine wine and they get better with time. Some things are less permanent and buckle in the grind. Yeah, thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out another extended test video up here, or I got my entire open mic set at Chateau du Sceau down here. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Peace. Have a good one.